My name is Cassy Summers. Welcome to the Curious Universe podcast. I could not miss a chance to talk about the earth when we're so close to Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everyone, including the Earth. I love Earth Day for many, many reasons, but one of them is to celebrate this glorious body of Earth that we get to live on and the being within it that allows us to be here, having embodied life, but also to celebrate really our joy, like our ability to be here in these bodies, which are like mini earths, if you will. Like our bodies come from the earth, they go back to the earth when we're done with them. Have you ever really taken a moment to celebrate that this is the planet that you're on? This is the planet that you got to embody upon, and not some other planet. This is your planet. I've always people have like they're celebrating their country or their city, which is kind of like that whole birthday thing, right? Not that we're celebrating the birth of the earth, but celebrating the existence of the earth. And there's such pride people have. Like, I never really had that. Canada's kind of a funny country that way. And there's a lot of political reasons behind that I'm not going to get into. But I never had this like, oh, so proud to be a Canadian. But I have a real sense of gratitude and pride when it comes to the earth. Not just in Canada, this entire planet. It has, oh my gosh, we have deserts. We have jungles and forests and cold, wintry mountaintops. We have oceans and lakes and all sorts of creatures that live upon this earth. This is like a wonderland. We're so lucky to be here. That's how I see it. Now, granted, there are insanities going on, not due to the earth, due to the people, due to the choices people are making, but the earth itself, wow. I am so proud to be a citizen of the earth. I'm so proud to live here and to be a steward for the earth in the way that I can. Now, steward for the earth is something way greater than, the commitment to saving the earth. And let me talk a little bit about that for a minute as we explore here together. I always thought, I remember being in elementary school, little girl, and this group came in and they started to talk about some of the negative things that were going on the planet. They were talking about the pollution. They were talking about global warming. They were talking about these things that I never really had the perspective of at that age until they really were sharing basically how much we're abusing this planet. And it really, really affected me. And it was truly upsetting. At this time, the earth, I had always had this closeness with the earth. I used to garden a lot with my mom when we were younger. I would go out to the river, the trees, whenever I had a chance. I would talk to the grass. I would talk to plants and nature in all forms. Like I always had this sense of total communion and inclusion with it. Like I never felt separate from it. And then to hear what we were doing was like devastating to me and shocking. And so I took up this kind of idea, like we have to save the earth. And then I remember after a certain amount of time, realizing that that was an impossible task for me to do. And it felt really hopeless. My sense is a lot of people have this sense of hopelessness when they look at like what's going on with the earth. Like I can't change the way people farm. I'm not going to like I can't stop pollution. I can't make people recycle. I can't like all these things, right? And so for a lot of people, if something is overwhelming or they feel completely defeated or hopeless, they'll actually separate from it. And and that's such a loss, because if you separate from the earth, then you are contributing to the problem of the earth. It's actually in your communion with the earth, your conversations with the earth, and your gift and contribution to the earth that will create the change, which is so much different than I'm going to try and save the earth. I don't get that one person can save the earth. And what if the earth didn't require saving necessarily? What the earth required was stewards. Stewards to be what the earth is requiring, to communicate where others can't hear it, to support it, to treasure it. What if you could be a steward for the earth and give up the saving? The saving energy. So, and here on the Curious Universe, we're always talking about energy because that's my jam. That's why we're here, right? We're getting curious about all the possibilities. And there's always energy underneath everything. So if you have the point of view that you need to save someone or something, in this case, we're talking about the earth. So if you have the point of view you have to save the earth, then the underlining point of view is that it requires saving. Okay. So that means it can't take care of itself, that it's weak, that it's dying, and all these things, right? And then to have the position of savior, you actually have to keep the earth in this state of devastation so that you can save it, which is not what we're desiring to create, right? If you were a steward for the earth could evolve and change, and its requirements and desires will change and evolve, and you can be the contribution to that which will contribute to the change. But it's not held in this state of, we need to save the earth is dying. Do you follow what I'm presenting here? So this does not mean that we negate the absolute abuse that is going on to this planet. That doesn't mean that we ignore that. That doesn't mean that we pretend it doesn't exist. You acknowledge it, and then we go into the creative part of, okay, so what can I be? What can I choose? What can I do that would change this? That's being the steward. The savior is a totally different energy and has, like I said, it holds in place the earth's suffering rather than being that which we can be, that would support, nurture, feed, fertilize the thrival of this planet. It's so incredible to me, and man, I went into poor Earth. I did. I really got caught up in that. And then, like I said, and then it activated that hopelessness for me, which kind of really made me take a step back and separate from this overwhelming problem that I had bought was going on. And it was through my work with Access Consciousness that I actually started to break down these poor earth points of view that I have, to really start to see the potency, the communion, the conversation, the communication going on with the earth. The earth is communicating with us all the time, all the time. And so with that, such a beautiful example is what occurred during COVID. So COVID, when, you know, the quarantine really got restricted, especially for those 3 months, like pretty much no one left the house, like flights were canceled. It was just 3 months of in your home lockdown, right? Google, you might want to do your own research. You don't have to believe me because I'm like, this is years ago and just recalling the things that I had read. But the things that started to occur with the earth in just that little amount of time was incredible. There were dolphins swimming down the canals in Venice because they had cleared up. The ozone layer, which I was told as a kid, that little kid in elementary school was told that we've destroyed the ozone layer and it will never, ever repair itself. In those 3 months, it started to grow back. Those are only some of the things that I know. What things occurred that no one's even reported or studied? In those 3 months, what reset occurred with the earth that has not been acknowledged? That's not a pathetic, weak, help-needing being. We've been abusing it for how long? And in 3 months, it recovered that much? What? If you're willing to actually acknowledge the potency of this glorious planet, its being and its body, then what would actually be possible for the earth from that space? Look at this for yourself, okay? So if someone's always saying to you, like, oh, you need help, you must need help, you seem really weak, you seem really pathetic, you need help because everyone else is stronger than you and everyone else is taking advantage of you and everyone else is beating you down and everyone else is abusing you, and here, let me help you because you can't help yourself, okay? That's what we're doing when we're trying to save the earth. Or someone goes, wow, like this is uncalled for. This is completely inappropriate behavior. And I'm sorry that this has happened to you. I'm sorry that this got created in your world. But I want to acknowledge the potency of you, the bravery of you, strength of you, the power in you. And what can I contribute to you so that you can go beyond this? What can I contribute to you? Because I know that you can go beyond this. What can I be? What can I contribute so it's easier for you and faster for you to go beyond this? Totally two different energies, right? Totally two different ways of communicating and being with someone or something like this planet. So what are your conversations with the earth? Do you go poor earth? Are you ignoring the earth completely and avoiding it? Are you walking upon it as though it doesn't have its own breath, its own heartbeat, its own consciousness? Of course, it doesn't have like a heartbeat like this, but it has a thrum. It has a life force. It has a physical life and it has its own being, just as we have a physical body and a being. The earth has a being. It has consciousness. It communicates with you. So what are you communicating to it? Are you saying, you poor pathetic thing, I need to save you? Are you saying, you powerful, glorious, magical creature, what can I be that's going to change this? You deserve better. Yeah. Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, Earth. You deserve so much. We are so grateful for you. These are my conversations with the earth. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for all that you show me. You show me about me. The earth shows me me. It has no judgment, which is one of the reasons we feel so good when we're in like deep nature for any length of time. It has no judgment of you. It has no expectation or projection of you. It receives you, not the image of you, not the pretense of you, but you, the being, you, the contribution. So what conversations are you having with the earth? And if you haven't been having any, what if you started? Would you be willing? Would you be willing to have conversations with this phenomenal planet? Now, just to melt some expectations, your conversations might not be like you would have conversations with a person. You might be getting words back, although you could. Everyone is different the way that they communicate energetically. So I don't want to disregard anything, but it could show up in any way. It could show up as physical sensations. It could show up as pictures in your mind. It could show up as senses of energy with nothing physical about it. It could show up in a multitude of ways. Your conversations, your communication with the earth. And the more you do it, the greater it will develop, the clearer it will become. And you might start to really discover even more in which the earth has been trying desperately to contribute to you so that you can receive from the earth. Oh, you can receive now from the earth even more than before. And in the acknowledgement that true contribution is gifting and receiving and gifting and receiving at the very same time. It is not give and take. Okay, I give you this, and now I'm going to take this. It's gifting and receiving at the same time. And it's not calculable. You're not going to be able to tally what you received or what you gifted with the earth. It will be true communion, true contribution. So anything that doesn't allow you to have that and to grow that more and more and more, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all night, shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. That is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. Never heard that before. It is basically a magic one that we use to clear out energy as we bring up energy and we ask to destroy and create it, and then we use the clearing statement to clear it out. If you want more information on it, please go to theclearingstatement.com. We should talk about it at least once in every show. I'm not going to go into depth, so please check out that link and explore, get curious. So what else with the earth on this beautiful celebration? How much do you admire this gorgeous planet and all the nature that it provides? Whew. How much time do you spend not necessarily just contributing, but there we go. Are you willing to step into being? And I'm not saying doing, I'm saying being that which would support the earth for a sustainable, indefinite living. Woo, anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and integrate it? Please, right, run, good, bad, pop, bottom, all day, shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. Okay, to go a little bit more into that is our energy affects the earth, just like the earth's energy affects us. So I know some people, they're very affected by earthquakes that aren't even in the same country as them. They physically feel it. Their energy is really like impacted by it. Any type of earth events are just really, really impact them. And it can be solar flares. It could be like all sorts of things. Okay. And then there is where we actually affect the earth. Not necessarily just from the abusive things like pollution and destruction and tearing down gorgeous rainforests so that we can have more cows so we can eat the meat. Not just that stuff, okay? I'm talking about your negativity or your joy. Your, like, that point of view, you need saving. Okay, that projection onto the earth. Or, wow, you magical creature, what can I contribute to you? You are magic. The earth is magic. It is rich with magic. It really is. Can it be hidden? Absolutely. Are there places where it's been kind of like drained out? Different areas of land? Absolutely. But the earth is rich in magic, and we can actually fertilize and tend to and contribute to that magic growing. That's what I would like to see, because the planet that I want to live in, live on, live with, not just now in this form, but lifetimes beyond this, as I shall return to this gorgeous planet. Those lifetimes, I would like a planet that becomes more and more magical, not less and less, not more and more barren, more and more used up, more and more concrete. What would you like to see 1,000 years from now, 10,000 years from now? If you came and you were on planet Earth, what kind of planet would you like to exist here? I mean, what can you be? Again, be your energy, your being. What can you be that would co-create that? Earth wizards arise. Earth wizards step forward as the stewards that you are. If we desire a rich, glorious, magical planet, then we have to step up. We have to step forward. We have to be that which is required. What that is for you, I cannot say. Only you know. And in your conversations with the earth, you will get more and more clear, and it will change. As you change and evolve, the earth will request different energies, different spaces and things from you. But what is that? What can you create? Would you explore that? Would you ask the earth to show you? I know that when I start to walk with the earth, I get a bubbling sense of joy. And when I express that joy, I sense the earth, its vibration shifting and changing. The whole earth, yeah. Not just the little like creek that I'm walking by. The whole earth receives my joy. And I know that when I'm willing to be that, then I'm being a steward for a more luscious, sustainable, thriving planet. I know that is true for me. And that's not to say I can never go walk with the earth when I'm having a bad day, because I do that often. And I'm so grateful because the bad day seems to usually disappear. And then I admire the beauty around me. I acknowledge the greatness and the magic that just showed up. Yes, that is magic. When you're having a bad day and you go walk 10 minutes in nature and you feel better, that's magic. That's earth magic at play, my friend. The more you acknowledge magic, the more it grows. Period. It's just how it is. The more you acknowledge it, the more it will grow. If you pretend it's something else, if you ignore it, if you negate it, you're stunting its growth. You're stunting what's possible. Yeah. Woo. The earth is communicating today. There's so much available to us. You know, we think with different types of scientists and I'm gonna like bastardized biologists, like all the terms, like all the people that study all the different things between. They're studying forestry, they're studying rocks, they're studying water channels, they're studying all the things, the animals, right? We think we know so much. We think we've unlocked all the secrets of the earth, and what if we haven't even scraped the surface? What if, and just check in what's light for you, okay? So what's true will always give you a sense of lightness, even if you cognitively don't know the answer. What if there's so much untapped possibility with this earth and with co-creating this earth? We can co-create with it because we are literally a part of it, right? Our bodies are a part of this earth. Our bodies came from the earth, they will return to the earth. That's how it works here. Our bodies are part of this earth. Of course, we can co-create with it. Of course, we can engage and we can communicate with it. Are you willing? Are you willing to really know the earth magic that's all around you? Are you willing to engage with that magic that will allow it to? Wow, what I just got I was going to say allow it to grow, but what I sensed was like plant a seed for the growth of your own magic. That's what occurs when you engage with magic. Your magic grows and the magic you're engaging with grows. It's quite extraordinary, really. And that goes with the magic of the earth. So what earth magic can you engage with today that would truly change your life and the future of this earth right away? And anything that's not that, we destroy it and create it, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys, boas, and beyond. There we go. She is glorious. Thank you so much for joining me for this beautiful earth conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it contributed to you and your body. And what would the future be like if more earth wizards stepped into being the stewards for magic, for earth magic that we truly are? Thank you for being one of them. If you like this, share it. Please share it. Share it with the world. Would love to get this podcast out there. I'd love more people receiving this. And thank you for receiving it. See you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you for exploring the curious universe with me. Your curiosity matters. And what if together we could create a greater, more curious world?